Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Daybreak 2 and we just finished off the Marching Garden, which I have to say reminded me a lot of Reverie, but different in its own way. I'm very curious to see where that goes and how much we can use it to our own benefit, like actually going there in between the episodes, having a place to grind and getting resources and all that kind of stuff. But for now, we're in between the chapters, and we got a few extra points here, and I want to see what it is. So let's see the DG cult first.
The DG cult, a religious group that forsook the goddess and engaged in devil worship. Their inception dates back to the Middle Ages. Evidently, the descendants of a family of alchemists living in Crossbell were involved as well. The cult performed all manner of inhumane rituals and experiments at their lodges, which were spread throughout all the continent. Their goal was to create a divine child and supplant the goddess in the process. To achieve this end, they kidnapped children from all across Cimmeria and used them as fodder for their experiments. Concomitantly, they conducted a number of tests that had no relation to their main goal, which produced some unexpected outcomes. Due to the unspeakably heinous nature of the cult's misdeeds, in 1198, the Bracer Guild, Septian Church, and combined military forces of every nation carried out an operation to wipe them out for good. Only a few of the cult's victims were saved, and though they may be no more, the scars they inflicted throughout the world still remain.
Okay. So basically CID reports on these subjects, so yeah, we kind of want to look through them just to catch up on information or to learn something new. So yeah, we're definitely going to go through all of these.
The Dominions. The Dominions are an unofficial branch of the Septian Church made up of 12 exceptional knights, known as the Gralsritter. It is said that there will always be 12 members of this group, all of whom possess an ability known as a stigma. The stigma supply them with supernatural powers on a scale wholly unknown to us. Each knight has their own personal airship, known as a Merkaba, which we believe they use to covertly collect artifacts and carry out special missions, assigned to them by the Congregation for the Sacraments.
Alright. Nice and efficient. Iscariot, alright.
Iscariot. In Arteria, the Papal Guard is a group under the Congregation for Divine Worship, which stands opposed to the Congregation for the Sacraments. Iscariot is a covert unit within that organization. Their main function is the execution of those who have been branded as heretics, a task that often puts them at odds with the Gralsritter. Though details remain scarce, their members can create multiplex spiritual marks using battle orbments, enhancing their abilities to superhuman levels. Furthermore, it appears that their captain has recently been replaced, but their identity remains a mystery even within much of the church itself.
Oh, has he? That's definitely interesting.
Ouroboros. A secret organization that operates from the shadows all throughout the continent. They are often referred to as simply the Society. They have been involved in virtually every major incident that has occurred in Cimmeria over the past several years. 7 of their highest-ranking members, known as the Agnès, plot out and spearhead the Society's strategies for the purpose of enacting their Grand Master's Orpheus' final plan. The special agents who carry out the groundwork of these plots are referred to as the Enforcers. Each possesses exceptional combat prowess, and despite what one might expect, our intelligence tells us the Grand Master provides them with a considerable degree of autonomy. To date, we have confirmed the existence of 19 numbered Enforcers.
19 already. Damn.
The Gardens. An assassin organization that once operated out of western and central Cimmeria. They consisted of 4 gardens: Swords, Thorns, Arum, and Rust. Each of these gardens fell under the watchful rule of a designated overseer. They kidnapped children from various parts of Zemuria and molded them into fully fledged assassins. The organization's implausibly high success rates are no doubt owed to this cruel system of upbringing. One theory states that Thousand Oathbreaker, an Anguis of Ouroboros, formed the Gardens by bringing together the remnants of the DG cult and a Middle Ages assassin organization called the Order of the Moonlight Horse. Then, after the Oathbreaker left them to their own devices, they formed a coalition with the mafia group Almata and went completely out of control.
Yeah, and we're still stomping them out to this day. Well, those are very interesting indeed, and I really like it because it gives you extra information that if you haven't played the previous games yet, it will help you follow the story a little bit better. Granted, it would always be best to play the games beforehand, but I can understand if you do not have the time to invest so much into this rich history that these games have. Because I've been playing this game on the channel for, I think by now, the last 3 years. That's how long it took for me to almost catch up, and I'm not even there yet. So yeah, definitely investment, but for me, definitely worth it. Definitely. All right, let's continue. Back to chapter select. I see they picked things from others as well. So let me guess. Messeldam and Edith. Substitute Spriggans, okay. So where do we want to go first? What would be more interesting? I'm guessing we need to do both in order to progress. Question was going to be like, can we switch in between both of them until we progress to the end of this set chapter? I'm thinking I'm going to start with the substitute Spriggans. Because I'm thinking story related, this will be more intense because of a new location. What's going on here? Probably was more about side quests because they are going to be substitute Spriggans. February 27th, 9:45 a.m.
Damn it! Who the hell are these kids? They just won't let up!
Give it up already.
You might want to listen to him. There's no throwing us off the scent.
It's like I told you before! I would never scam a soul, I swear!
Oh, you don't need to act dumb. The fact that you're even trying means you already are.
What else do you expect from a third-rate crook? You left so much glaring evidence behind that we stopped bothering to collect it all partway through.
Snot-nosed little... I'll show you third-rate!
That adds attempted assault to your charges. Feel like digging this hole any deeper?
It's too late to backpedal, now that you've put your true colors on blast.
Okay, fine! I'll admit it! But hear me out! I've got a proposition! Let me go free, and I'll give you half of my take! What do you say to that? And besides, what's wrong with pulling one over on some lousy ex-convict anyway? They deserved it!
Who won't let up now? How long their rap sheet is makes no difference. Fraud is fraud.
Don't get me wrong, I could go for the extra pocket change, but it wouldn't be any fun to play with dirty money.
Oh, brainless brats! What are you planning to do with me then? Hand me over to the cops? Or the guild, maybe? Try it! And the bastard who put you up to this is gonna be in for a world of hurt! Once a scumbag, always a scumbag! No matter how reformed they are! You really expect them to live the life of a normal person? Not in a million years!
Once a scumbag, always a scumbag. I guess we can't argue with that.
Yeah. Run as you might, the past has a way of catching up to you.
But the second someone tries to accept it and move on anyway, you think it's cool to talk smack about them? That kinda ticks me off.
Turning over a new leaf takes commitment. If you want to spit on that, we're not going to let it slide.
Just stay away!
As if we turn you into the guild or police. Those namby-pambies would let you off way easy.
You took things outside the law, and they'll stay there. We know plenty of other discreet ways to do a petty criminal in.
What's with you two? Why would you side with them, of all people? I even held back on making a move until that meddling spriggan left town!
That's where you went wrong. You took a stupid chance based on some half-baked intel.
I mean, yeah, the guy you're talking about is out of the capital. But that's why he's having us fill in for him.
We're what you might call substitute Spriggans.
And a little bit harsher than Van. 5 days earlier. Substitute Spriggans? Us? Temporarily, yeah. What do you think? I think some advance notice would have been nice. What would we have to do exactly? Well, it's just like it sounds. You'd be acting as my proxies. That means taking on any 4RPG request that crop up while I'm out of town. This office here would be yours to use as a base of operations. I'll even hook you up with some contacts of mine that you might find handy. Sounds like a pretty good deal, actually. Think of 4SPGs as a way to get to the lay of the land, make connections, gather intel. Heck, they might even help you pick up some dirt on whatever it is you're looking for. That's how I'd approach it anyway. So that's what you meant by substitute Spriggans. It does make sense. Yeah, I considered doing the whole part-time assistant thing again, but with how long I'll be gone, this felt like the better option. Plus, with them taking care of the place, you won't have to bother. You guys can handle it just fine, right? Well, we've got a lifetime of experience to fall back on, so the requests themselves won't be a problem. But are you sure it's okay for us to be playing Spriggan? I mean, don't you guys have some special style of doing things? To an extent. You don't have to take on every 4RPG, and once you do, there's no hard and fast rule on how to get it done. Those parts will be 100% up to you guys. That said, whatever you end up doing, just make sure it's something you can live with. At the end of the day, that's all our style really boils down to, and I always follow it as best as I can. I see. Then... well, I'm sold. We'll take you up on your offer. Starting today, we're your new substitute Spriggans. Well, since you're both finding your footing in Edith, I'll lend you as much support as I can. You've got school to worry about. I'll keep it within reason, just enough so that that doesn't interfere with my studies. It's your education. Hey, for what it's worth, we'd appreciate the help. Yeah, and you can show us the ropes, Aggie. Of course, I'd be more than happy to. Well, we'll hash things out in more detail tomorrow. In the meantime, there's a free room upstairs. Should be fine for you to crash there a while. The man running the bistro downstairs is a landlord, right? We'll ask if he's okay with it. Either way, it'll take a day for us to head back to the inn and get our luggage together. Guess that makes this TTFN. See you tomorrow. Ta-ta for now? Yeah, I think that's it. Phew, and I thought yesterday was busy. There sure has been a lot going on lately. It feels like last year's all over again. Yeah, well, personally, I don't miss having to dig my way out of mortal peril every 5 seconds. The only digging I want to be doing right now is into that creamy cocoa pudding I've been saving. Is it gone or not? He can pretend otherwise, but I know Van would be the first of us to jump headlong into danger. My pudding! Van? It's gone. Oh, tell me this isn't happening. Wait, what's with his note? Thanks for the pudding. It was delish. Nadia. So she wasn't messing around. That little sneak actually ate the damn thing. And it was only available for a limited time. I'm going to miss him while he's away. But at least things won't be boring around here. Back in the present.
I was starting to think I'd never catch up.
Oh, there you are, Aggie. We just nabbed us a sleazy shark.
Already? That must be some kind of record. Although I probably shouldn't celebrate quite yet.
Yeah, let's see what they decide to go with.
Cough up the Mira.
But I already gave back everything I took!
Oh, we're not talking about that, silly. You still have a compensation tax to settle.
What?
Just because you made things even doesn't mean you made them right. Now get to it before you wind up a human pincushion.
Should I start with the right side or the left? Choices, choices. Actually, why don't I let you pick? See? Aren't I just the sweetest?
Stop! Stop! Whatever you want, I'll pay it! Just please don't kill me!
Makes you wonder who the bad guy is in this scenario.
True, but they have their unique way of getting things done. Act 1B, Substitute Spriggans. Alright, the client got their mirror back with interest. That's one more request in the bag. Another job well done, you two. I know the plan was for me to walk you through Edith and some 4SPGs, but it turns out you never needed it. I suppose there wasn't much point in me tagging along. Oh, I wouldn't say that at all. With you around, I only have to make half as many, Snappy retorted Nadia. And that's priceless. Oh, so that's what you meant. Well, you help with plenty of other things too. Take that con man. We wouldn't have caught him half as fast if you hadn't picked up on him. Yep, it was a total cakewalk thanks to you, Aggie. Really? That makes me feel a little bit better. Hey, but you know, we can take it from here for today. You still have prep work to do for the festival, right? Yeah, hey, go get on that. The two of us have this down pat. Well, if you're absolutely sure, I'll come back later tonight to bring you some snacks. You really don't have to put yourself out for us. Oh, not that I've ever said no to free eats. Anyway, have fun at school. Phew, finally, Little Miss Chaperone has left the building. Now I can spend my whole day slacking off. And that differs from any other day, how? Well, for one thing, I won't have Aggie giving me grief for bumming around. Ever consider not bumming around?
Odd.
Sorry, nobody's home. Arkride Solutions is on extended vacation.
No, they're not. Open up, Nadia.
Hardly convincing.
You're that bracer.
What part of vacation did you not get? If you're looking for Van, he's still out of town on business.
Oh, I'm well aware. He's filled me in on the whole situation, including the two of you. Temporary arrangements aside, I shouldn't have to tell you that Spriggans don't take vacations.
You heard the woman.
And after we just got rid of Aggie, too.
So basically, Elaine is there to babysit Nadia.
So long, Easy Street. It was nice knowing you.
So, what brings Beauty's Blade here? I could understand it if Van were around. This has nothing to do with him. Rather, I have a request to make of you in particular. Specifically? Are you subcontracting the way people do with Van? Oh, not quite. Technically, this would be more of a collaborative effort. I'd like your assistance with a case I'm working on. Now I'm even more confused. What kind of help can we offer one of the guild's top bracers? Let me explain. Edith's orbital network is currently experiencing minor delays and interruptions, and they aren't quite frequent enough to constitute a major problem just yet. But something similar occurred last year in Basel, and it turned out to be far more severe than initially assumed. With that in mind, we can't afford to leave this matter be. I'm not too caught up with that incident in Basel, but wasn't Almata the one behind it? Yes, of course. I realize it's unlikely that this is anywhere close to that scale, but that doesn't mean some other criminal isn't employing a similar method. So this is a troubleshooting job. Wouldn't someone else out there be better fit for this sort of thing? Heck, and there's a famous hacker here in Edith who's been in-game since the orbital net was born. The girl you're referring to is otherwise engaged. In fact, if it was she who directed me to you. Well, that explains it. Jeez, Ran, throw us under the bus march? So, how about it? Is this 4SPG to your liking? Better reschedule your slacking appointment, Nadia. Fine, whatever. I'm a big girl, I can do stuff when I have to. And hey, we might find a clue about the you-know-what we're looking for anyway. You know what? It's settled then. Arkride Solutions substitute Spriggans are on the case. Looking forward to working with you, Elaine. The pleasure is all mine. Well, no time to waste. Mind filling us in on what you know so far? Unfortunately, there isn't much to go on yet. A Communication Bureau representative did send us a statistical report on the network failures, however. If you don't mind giving me your contact info, I can forward it to your Cypher. Sure thing. Yeah, I'm down.
Contact information exchanged. Data transmitted and synchronized.
Nothing about these numbers struck me as conspicuous. I don't see any obvious patterns either. All I can really glean is that the occurrences are limited to inside the capital. We could probably figure something out if we had a larger sample size. Oh, you're not wrong, but these service problems are just infrequent enough to keep us in the dark. Indeed, which gives us every reason to believe they're being done deliberately. Yeah, something definitely feels off about this. We just dealt with some orbital network trouble ourselves a little bit ago. Oh, you mean in the Martian Garden? I'd say it's less dealt with than more still dealing with. Maybe if I'm off the market, but do you think it's related? Well, the Martian Garden, Renee that is, Kincaid from the CID told me about it. Whether or not it has any bearing to this case, however, may be difficult to determine. It does make sense, because they use a lot of information to hack and change the system. That's gonna take bandwidth off the orbital network, doesn't it? Don't quote me on this, but I'd say the probabilities is pretty slim. On what basis? Well, the Martian Garden got a wide service area with coverage across both Calvard and Orange State. But only the capital is having issues, leaving us with a bunch of pieces that don't fit. I don't know if anything's changed now that the signal's been hijacked. But the Garden's original main server is probably in Ohrid, where Marduk's headquarters is. In which case, it wouldn't make sense for Edith to be affected before Ohrid. Pretty much, yeah. If you ask me, we're dealing with something totally different here. I see. Your reasoning is sound. Say we narrow our search down to Edith. What locations would you find suspect? Well, going by the data, the delays and interruptions are popping up all willy-nilly. It's almost like someone doesn't want us to dig deeper, so they randomize the values to throw us off track. Meaning, what exactly? Well, if the location and frequencies of those outages are being manually controlled over the whole city, then we should be able to narrow down the source of the interference. Ah, now I get it. There are only so many places in Edith that could emit an orbital signal that strong, which leaves Trion Tower as our most likely candidate. And with that, we have our destination. You know, I've got a funny feeling this was all just one big test. But yeah, I guess we're all set now. Happy trails, hope it goes well. You're not getting off that easily. Aww. Well, the two of you are exactly as Fee described. Fee told you about us? Oh yeah, I heard she was an Edith for a little while. What did she say? In brief, that you were very capable for your age, and that your dynamic never failed to warm her heart. Capable I can't, but that... Where did that second part come from? Just what kind of impression did we leave on those guys? Aww, what are you getting all huffy about? I don't think she meant in a bad way. It sounded more like to me like she was calling us a perfect pair. You're entitled to that opinion. Still, it works. You and me do make a perfect pair of partners. Guess we'll have to buckle down and prove her right. That's one interpretation. Not the one I would have gone for though. I can't help but be reminded of how we were back in the day. Van would always try to worm his way out of things, and I have to be the one to drag him along. Something on your mind? Not at all. Now let's head to the Trion Tower in the 3rd district. Fine. Off we go then. Hey, before we leave, you did remember to bring it, right? Oh, you meant the thing Aggie gave me? Yeah, I got it. The Octogenesis, 8 devices left behind by Professor Epstein, plus a sentient hollow and the Grendel. Almost sound like a fairy tale. I wish, but they're all too real, and now we've got one more in the mix. The dark red Grendel, it was so sinister looking, almost like a beast. Maybe you've got a long-lost brother, Van. Hey, I seriously doubt it. Well, it's a real threat, that's for sure. My gut keeps saying it's something that shouldn't exist. Yeah, and there's the way things all got paranormal on me. What do you mean? Well, it's hard to describe. Not to mention my memory's a little hazy. Can't say how, but I'd wager it's something to do with the Genesis. You two just be careful while you're out there, okay? Hey, no promises, but sure? We'll keep our eyes peeled for any ghosties and ghoulies. Hey, I'm being serious here. Nadia Swin, you should take this with you. A Genesis? But this was your great-grandpa's. It's yours to remember him by. Are you sure you feel okay leaving it with us? Oh, between my studies and the school festival, my schedule is a lot busier than usual. So I'm not sure how often I'll be around to help out. It's more for peace of mind, really, but think of this as a good luck charm of sorts. You did say these things have triggered strange phenomena before. Alright, we'll hang on to it. We promise to take extra good care of it. I want you to have one too, Van. Hey, you don't even know if they'll react without you around. But if it makes you feel better, then why not? Might as well, seeing as the 8 Genesis is still out there somewhere. Don't worry, I put it inside the Marcus Bear Mark II for safekeeping. Maybe now we'll get to run into something paranormal ourselves. Hey, I sure hope not. Hey, it's just an in case of thing. Well, we have a bit of time to prepare. Is there anywhere you'd like to go beforehand? Well, now you mention it, there are probably some new 4SPGs posted. We can just put those off until later though. On the contrary, it'd be best to take care of them sooner rather than later. I'd even be willing to lend a hand. You would? I thought Spriggan business was below you A-rank racers. Well, propriety aside, my involvement will speed up the process. And while I know it isn't the same as it if Van was here, I would like to take this opportunity to see a Spriggan's day-to-day myself. Well, if you're sure it's fine, we could use the help. Better yet, you can go solo and get hands-on look if you need me. I'll be taking a nap up. Nice try. You're no fun today. At any rate, I'll leave the particulars of our agenda up to you two. Anything urgent we should be wrapped up by now. So the guild's request can take top priority. If there's room for a few more, that's fine too. Alrighty, let's get cracking. Open the tactics menu. Alright. Does it say anything about the other party? No, they just grayed out for like, we know them, but I can't access ourselves right now. Maybe in case we want to hit up the gardens or something. I was more trying to see how to switch here. Yeah, that may be slightly better. I don't know if she's technically ranged, but a needle is mostly thrown. We'll see once we are in a combat zone. Most definitely. Alright, so we got entirety of this area to go, and we've got no access to anything else. So I'm guessing once we leave Old Town, we'll get a chance to go to either straight to Trion Tower or everything else. And considering Station Street is already having a 4 SPG, I'm guessing we're going to be able to get to all the places. So we're going to start just doing our rounds like we normally do. Oh, you guys headed out again? Well, guess I can't nag you for not being diligent with work, huh? Keep at it while you're still young, kiddos. Work hard is how you earn respect in this world. Yeah, totally. I'm retiring as soon as I can. I'd say something, but I'm really not up for hearing a lecture right now. Youth need all the hard work they can get. It's how you grow into a respectable adult after all. You'll keep an eye on them, right? At least until that punk kid comes back. Leave it to me. It seems I've been elected to be their guardian. Well, I suppose I don't mind.
You sure are an odd group.
Slightly, I'm sure. Alright. 1600 for 16,000. Beautiful.
Stay out of trouble now.
That will definitely help for a bit.
Monmar is so relaxing.
Oh, hello. It's good to see you all. I've heard you two have been hard at work recently. Yeah, and I definitely overdid it a little. I don't think I can move another step. Unless there's a reward waiting for me. You'll survive. And do you think some coffee will help? I could also get you a tarte tatin, if you like. Ooh, a moment of reprieve offered by our putacious landlady. I suppose you have no choice but to accept such larges. Don't you think you should be cutting down on the sweets, Nadia? La 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 la, I can't hear you. Are they always like this? Well, feel free to take a seat, alright? Yes, they're always like this. I'm glad to see you're accompanying the kids today, Elaine. Thank you for keeping an eye on them. Of course. We should be back before sundown, by the way. So responsible. Hey, you don't think she really needs our help, right? You're not getting out of work, Nadia.
Oh, what would you like?
Melt in your mouth stew. Sounds dangerous and delicious, okay.
Do your best out there, okay?
Alone time's pretty nice, huh? The breakfast set at Montmartre is as delicious as ever, and Paulette's coffee is to die for. I'm glad my husband suggested we go on a date for once.
Okay.
Hawker's been taking care of his son alone ever since he got divorced. But he's been on an awful lot of business trips lately. Of course, we don't mind taking care of Harry, but, well, he's a good kid. Always making sure to take care of all his chores too. He should be playing with our kids right about now. Me and my wife, Hawker, and all grew up in the neighborhood together. So watching Sheena, Mark and Harry play really brings back memories. Sheena's practically a carbon copy of her mom back then, so strong-willed. That Hawker though, didn't he say he'd be back by now? It seemed like all of his business trips have been getting longer and longer. Really makes you worry for his health. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if it will pop up later in some regard. You hungry? Well, I guess I can be surprised. Growing kids need to eat their fill after all. So hurry up and tell me what you want. Well, it seems Victor has a soft spot for children. Yeah, and he's a good cook too. He does tend to nag a lot, but I'm sure he's just trying to look out for us. Oh, most definitely. That delinquent, asking children to do his job. Well, if anything happens, you come tell me, alright? Yeah, he's gonna... well, rake Van over the coals if they get in trouble.
What's on the menu?
I guess I'll melt the amount of stew, but
Be seeing ya.
we have 2 and that's enough for the moment. I want to check upstairs in the office and on the roof potentially. Ooh, that's dangerous, having that there. Okay, we have the kitchen here. It's gonna be the same as downstairs. No, we've got some other stuff we can get.
I'll make you something nice.
I wonder how much cooking there will be in this one. Okay, so this one needs to wait. The butter finish. Alright, let's check what we got here. So, we'll be using this place as our base of operation for the time being. So, we can access the Merchant Garden from the terminal, right? I guess, but you know, it will probably be more fun if you use the one in that Marduk lady's room. Renee was involved with the Marching Garden as well. In that case, I should take a look myself. Okay, port, cook, garden, radio. Well, I guess we're gonna have a look here. The Marching Garden. Press any button. Hey ya folks, jumping into the Marching Garden, huh? Well, Van does expect us to fill in for him. It sounded like you were waiting for us though. Did something come up? Yeah, actually. See, we finished analyzing those shard tokens you all found in the last expedition. Turns out that they have a function that can parse and restore some of the data losses the garden is going through right now. Hold on a minute. That was a bit too much too fast. Well, let's dumb it down a little. The more tokens you collect, the more we can analyze the resources the garden took in. Plus, it'll net you a whole bundle of rewards that can be used in both the real and the virtual world. So no reason not to try it out, right? I mean, I already added the feature to Mare for you. You really know how to plan ahead. I think I get the gist of it now though. Guess we might as well take a stab at it. About Mystic Cube Analysis. The shard tokens found during your previous expeditions are items that can be used in the Mystic Cube Analysis. The more you analyze the Mystic Cube, the wider the variety of items you can obtain. Select Mystic Cube and try it out for yourself. Okay. Begin Mystic Cube Analysis. Use the S tokens you obtain to analyze Mystic Cubes. Okay, what's the use support item? Increase the likelihood to obtain Earth service from shard tokens. Alright. I guess let's just begin to see where it takes us. Oh wait, list of rewards.
Ah, that's a pretty big haul.
Alright. Extra data, clothing, accessories, skill stones, which I don't know yet how that works, but we'll find out. And of course, lots and lots of droplets. Alright. Let's just begin and see where we end up. Mystic Cube Analysis. Hold the A button to analyze a Mystic Cube. Mystic Cube have a chance to turn into a rare cube during analysis. The rarer the cube, the more Septian items you can gain, and of course the more likely the unique item will appear.
It's reacting! Core detected! On to the next!
Cube break. And that's all the reward we get. No, but we'll continue until we're out of S tokens, right? Because that's what it's used for.
There you have it!
So grinding actual has a... Ooh, that's a lot. A lot of data as well. Does mean that the more we grind in the Marching Garden between episodes, the more we can unlock through these cubes. The cube part will do during the episodes, most definitely. How we handle the gardens, we'll have to figure that out. All depends if there are story bits in it or not.
On to the next!
Alright, no upgrades.
Core detected! Not done yet! It's reacting! We did it! Not done yet! It's reacting! Core detected! Not done yet!
Oh, keep reacting if you can.
Core detected! On to the next! It's reacting! We did it! You'll need some more tokens.
I guess we're out of it right now, so that ends our analysis of today.
Pretty darn good!
Oh, it even gives us a separate that we can use during the main game. And a lot of items. Oh, Van Tao's data is not the entire outfit, just a portion of it.
Huh, that's a pretty big haul.
Does it say anything here now? It's maybe the yellow is what we have. Okay, well I guess we'll have to figure out how that works. It's fine. Alright. Looks like the analysis went off without a hitch. Oh, and by the way, about those skill stones you just got, our findings show that they can be used to beef up your individual crafts via sci-fis. And we put together a program to do that enhancing, so give it a whirl whenever you like. Wow, those guys never cease to impress. So this new discovery of theirs can increase our capabilities here in the virtual reality? Maybe. I guess it could be made possible through combat orbit synchronization. There's only one way to know for sure though. Let's put it to the test. About enhancing crafts. The skill stones you obtained a moment ago can be used to increase the power of efficacy of your character's crafts. Any crafts can be selected for enhancement, so you're free to improve your characters in whatever way you like. Now this is done. Of course, there's a part of me that wants to do this. I'm guessing level 25 unlock and the 50 means we can get past the 5 layers of upgrade. So which one do we want to do it first? So the amount of recovery, the CP cost, the increase. So we can lower the cost and increase what we have. In all honesty, we want all of them to be maxed out as soon as we can. For now, let's go on our healing. And post delay also goes down, alright?
Yay! I'm even stronger now.
Yeah, let's go with this one.
I'll be even more precise.
With him. Move we don't know yet, so another S-craft. We'll learn in the future. Good. Yeah, let's put all of them in Vandalize Raid, because that's basically our favorite move. And other than that, cone bullets would be nice too. And they reduce CP because they're beautiful.
Let's go!
Gibral Guards is definitely one on our top list because that's basically our go-to. Anything considering also the Pleiades Ray.
Now I can be even more useful.
This actually is nice, but it doesn't have the range, so Mark would be a nice one, and of course the Cross Cipher itself, just for more power to the move itself.
Let's make it stronger.
Yeah, hers is involved with that. Heal and recovery, which is nice. Let's not be a bit about the bush about that one.
Let's polish this up.
Ah, good. And then we can just enter the Martian garden. Let's see what happens. We can, and that's the same one we already have, right? So we can have more shards. Because I want to go in there and see if we can also get out of there or not. But let's do that on the start of the next episode, just in case we cannot get out of there. Because I see a main menu option, so we might be able to get out of here as well. Can't save, well that's fine. Still, I think I'm gonna leave it here. On the next one we're gonna select the floor, see if we go in there, if we can also easily get out. That way we can use the floating aisles first floor to gain more shards to pump out those items. And hopefully gain access to them, at least the clothing and the pieces as well. And of course all the extra quartz and droplets we get from it. I like it. And of course the more we go forward, the more skill stones we might get and the more powerful our moves will be. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. Because we're going to check out the Marching Gardens and we're going to do our rounds in every area until we get to Trion Tower. So until then, bye bye.